Crypto After Dark. It's me, Keith. Thank you for joining us again. Let me just make sure that this is all going, and then we'll get right on streaming. How's everybody doing today? Get loud in the chats if you're in there.
What up in the chats?
Mike says, what's up? We got him on the music today.
All right, we're good.
Excellent, we're good. Perfect.
Sick Mosh in the house, let's go!
Arthur's here. Boom. Alright, here we go. Let's get out of that. Start off with coin market cap. Just a quick look just at Bitcoin real quick. See how it's been over the week. You can see it's sideways and down. Bitcoin does a lot of that. Still at 30,000, just hovering. We'll go a little bit more in depth later in the charts. Let's get right into the bots. Last week was pretty rough. I must say that XRP news, not being a security, we were short during that. And oh boy, was that a bad day. But other than that, bots were going good up until that point. But now they're going to be going back doing their thing. So let's go over each one. So you can see the total loss up in here. We've had some profits that have offset it, but we'll get into that in just a minute. So let's start down at the bottom with Satoshi Stacker. This one's still in its first trade. And it's doing Bitget token. So really, what does this one look like? Just a whole lot of sideways. Like the whole market, whenever you get this sideways, it's just difficult for bots to get out of. Like, more down would be good to fill its bags, or up, but just sideways, this one needs a little bit more volatility than that. So let's move on to the next bot. Actually, let's talk a little bit about how that one works since we're on it. So Satoshi Stacker, like in its name, implies, stacking sats Bitcoin. If you're bullish on it and you're holding it and you want to earn more of it, that's the idea behind why I built Satoshi Stacker. It's a trend following bot. It likes to buy the dips, and it's a grid bot, so once the signals go off, it's gonna start opening up orders and building, a grid of orders. As the price fluctuates up and down, it'll either fill more orders below, buying heavier every order as it goes in a martingale fashion, and once the price bounces is when it'll exit at a predetermined level. So that has a couple trend filters for different time frames that it's looking at, and it's really just trying to find the pullbacks within an overall uptrend is the idea. Stacking sats in the process. Low and slow, it's a spot bot. It does not use leverage, so it's just using whatever's in your wallet that you allocate to it. You don't have to worry about liquidations. Worst case scenario, you're going to get stuck with a coin for a little while until it eventually exits. So the way that this one works, it's picking coins from the coin market cap top 25 list. So we're trying to at least keep it with coins with liquidity, good trading pairs, good projects. That list is subject to change because, coins move up and down through that list all the time. So every month or so, we like to just kind of touch up on the coins list inside the edit page and clean up house. So let's move on to the next bot. We kind of explained how Satoshi Stacker works. So now spot long. That was the first bot that we made. As far as risk goes, these first two spot bots, they're going to be the lowest risk because they don't use leverage. It's just on the spot market. This one also is trading the top 25 coins on the coin market cap list. Yeah, the top 25. So this one has been pretty active past couple days. Because we just started this one up as we added more money to our account. So here's the whole list. We started it up back here, and it gave us an error that, $100 was not enough. You need more than $100 to run this bot. You got to be at least this tall to ride this ride. So once we started it back up on the 16th, it started going with XRP. Just stacking a little bit of change here. We only got $300 in the account, so it's just making some change as it goes.
Just throw some insight. I've been running those two bots for a year, and I've never taken a loss on them yet.
That's what's up.
Mike, have you taken a loss on either the spot long or the Satoshi stacker yet? No. Since the updates? No. They've been cruising right along.
Nice. These two have not taken losses on it. I think in the very beginning, one loss happened on it, and then we jumped on that, switched some settings, and since that, no losses.
That was directly related to going into new coins that I think had rug pulled and did something crazy.
Yeah, I don't think, I think it was doing more than the top 25 coins. I think it was going coins by volume on that particular exchange. So, that could be anything.
And KuCoin's
KuCoin's got a whole lot of shit coins.
It's like an altcoin forest of shit coins. So.
Absolutely. So, the way that spot long works is it's a low risk bot, like I was saying. It's a trend following bot. It uses, a couple time frame trend filters to try to time the pullbacks, buying those dips in an overall uptrend. So this one's got a deeper net than Satoshi Stacker. And this one profits in USDT dollars instead of Bitcoin. So you're stacking dollars here instead of stacking sats. So that's kind of the difference between the two. They operate the same, but they're trading different pairs and profiting in different pairs. This one has a deeper grid than Satoshi Stacker, so it can handle a larger drop, which it's going to need because the US dollar pairings are a little bit more kind of more wild than the Bitcoin pairings, it seems like, on these time frames. So that's how they're dialed in. So let's go. This is where. All right, we'll go into the Beastie bot. We'll just explain it a bit. We haven't run it yet. We will be adding money to it soon. So this is a mean reversion style bot, from what I understand. Low time frames. This is Donut's bot.
Shout out Donut.
Shout out to Donut, for real. I think he might be sleeping right now, but that's all good. I'm excited to get this one started because, it's been on the sidelines for a while. But I really like mean reversions because that's what we're going to get to in these futures bots. That's what those are. And the Beastie bot uses a mean reversion style with Bollinger Bands, and it does it on low time frames, and I believe it also has the ability to trade the coin market cap top 25 list. So you're able to do the mean reversion style strategy on a lot of coins rather than just be stuck like the Litecoin long and Litecoin short and the XRP short and long. The KA bots, those are more specialized. They use trading view signals. The first bots that we've been talking about this whole time, up to the Beastie bot, those don't use trading view signals. These are all built within Revenuebot itself. So there's not a whole lot to talk about more on BCBot until we get that running. But I did want to kind of give it a shout out and let y'all know that it's out there.
We're talking about the risk is gonna be a little bit riskier with a little bit more profit.
Correct. So thank you for bringing that up, Arthur. This one is probably going to be like, in the middle as far as
Malcolm
risk
middle.
goes. Yeah. BC bought in the middle with the risk level on these strategies here. So BC bought, risk being kind of medium. Also, your profits should be a little bit higher. More risk, more reward. So now we're going to delve right on into XRP. Let's start with XRP long.
Let's do a Steve's bot first. That's right above.
I don't have that in here, but Steve's bot is a more aggressive version of spot long, which is really, really good in trending markets like real strong uptrends. Steve's bot absolutely crushes it. His, I believe, has exceeded 1% a day. With that comes it is riskier. It's probably in that medium high-ish area. It's not anywhere near as risky as the futures because it still uses, it's a spot bot. But, I mean, it does, if I must say, damn well for a bot that doesn't use leverage in a trending market. Yeah, once we get that one loaded into here, I still have to program it. We're going to have to get funds allocated to it.
So when we were leaving the dip, Steve's bot actually hit number 1 on the coupon in Revenuebot.
What happened?
In the statistics.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Steve's bot was number 1 for a while.
Nice.
When it was on the uptrend.
Yeah. That's fucking really good.
But then once it hit the top and it came down, I did lose a bit of money. That's the risk level of
I think the one thing I might employ on his is, did not really seem to like it on my Litecoin and XRP bots, but we can use a higher term filter that will keep it out of those downtrends. Because as long as it's in an uptrend, that thing's happy as shit.
You can also
Loving
pause
life.
it too.
You can pause it too, but what we really are trying to do with the bots here is, besides news we should have shut off the XRP bot. But other than that, we really want to go for the set it and forget it thing. And we're building bots for different tools for your toolbox. Like the market's not always trending. Sometimes it's bouncing, up and down and you want the mean reversion. Sometimes, it's trending and you want something more like spot long or Steve's bot. Depends on how hard it's trending.
The benefit of having multiple bots running
Exactly.
at the same time too is if one's stuck, you can still make profit with the other ones while that one is waiting to get out.
Yeah, you don't really want to have all your eggs in one basket. Of course, this is not financial advice, but the way that we're splitting up our stuff is, you're not putting all your eggs in a basket. You're splitting up the strategies. You're trading different things that, even XRP and and the Litecoins. The XRP uses 25x leverage, and this one uses 20x. So there's going to be subtle differences between the two, but there's these two, the KA bots. It's kind of a strategy that we've employed on different coins. So let's actually waste no more time and get right into how it's performed.
We have Ronan in the chat.
Ronan, shout out, man. How you doing?
He's dropping a message. Your crew taught me so much about bots, and sometimes depending on the pair, if it gets stuck in a trade like you guys are talking about.
Yeah, I hate that, man.
Not a constant percentage every day or week. Using your bots, and if it gets stuck in a trade for a while, I may manually close it out and let the bot find another pair.
That's a good thing to do.
Some days and weeks are better than others for me personally.
Yep.
Also, personally, I had my own manual trade open last week to short XRP. We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll chat about that. XRP that's been so brutal. But yeah, to expand on what Ronan was talking about with the bots, they are running the markets. These are legit bots. Whatever the market's doing, here, sideways, Satoshi Stacker, it's been there for a while. It's going to be hard to get out when it just sits and does that, like Ronan was just talking about. Yeah. let's pull up XRP just so people can have up-to-date view on what we're looking at. And let's find it on Bitget. Boom. So this right here, it was going sideways. Things were all good. Let's get down onto the time frame that, you know, everything occurred on, which was the 15-minute. So if we were to just go back a little bit over here, yep, here's my squiggles. You can see it's kind of just going up and down. Right here where I started drawing lines, it kind of got in this weird little funk and then drops down. So the little blue box is kind of like a liquidity zone. And you'd see it chop around up and below it, and then all of a sudden it's chopping around in it, kind of starting to trend up because it broke this line way back here. And then in liquidity zone, someone's buying it and someone bought it all. My bot had no chance to exit. So if I can actually get out of here, and we can get even... Where is it? Where did it actually happen? Oh man. How far back was that? Well, that was a pretty big one, but where was it actually? So how many minutes did this take? Because it happened fast. So we can actually kind of calculate at what point was our bot screwed with that short, because let's see, price range. That's about where it got in. So 1%, no problem. It doesn't mind that at all. 2%, no problem. 3%, it's filling its bags. Still, no problem. 4%, bags are filled. And right after that wick is where the stop loss should have happened, because I believe the grid is 4% on the XRP short bot. I might have to check. It could be 5, but I'm pretty damn certain that it's 4%. So if that's where the alert went off, you now had a candle that chewed up all the liquidity where the in 1 minute 10% move after already moving, 4%. So 14% in about 5 minutes. That 1 minute where it went 10% is where the stop loss should have kicked in but didn't, and it absolutely destroyed us, because that was the news. And then once that came out, it just continued upwards and onwards. So things like this can happen. Things like this.
Look at that green candle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That was brutal, but that's part of trading.
I wonder how long that was directly after the judge's decision.
I believe that was minutes, man. Like as soon as that came out, I think someone already knew. That's just, me with my tinfoil hat, But anyways. So let's go back to the loss. Which bot was this? XRP. Okay, so this was the long one, just before I go on to the short bot. Here's the stats on the long one. This one was doing pretty good. So So it made 12 bucks there, 250 there, another 12 bucks there. We upped the money over here, so now made another 10 bucks and 10 bucks there. Overall, that one bot made $47 from June 28th to July 12th was the last trade. So that's about 2 weeks for the XRP long bot. So let's explain how this one works a little bit. This is a mean reversion strategy. And really what you're looking at, you'll see the price kind of swings wildly at times. It comes outside these the green and red bands. Let me actually turn that off. Maybe it'll make it a little clearer. So when the price closes above the bands, the bot wants to start scaling in to position. Let's get on the proper time frame at least. So price closes up here, boom, it wants to start selling, and if you have a 4% grid, something like that's not a problem, because once it fills its bag, kind of just has to go down 1%, which that's like 2% right there. Not a problem. It's only trying to get a small amount of that move to get out. It'll fill its bags a decent amount, and then it will try to come back down to the mean. That's where it exits. It'll open up when it's outside, fill its bags if it can. If it doesn't do it here, and had a chance to do it here, because maybe it filled some here and this wasn't enough for it to get out, and it has a chance to fill more of its bags here, boom, out. Doesn't capture the entire move. It's not that kind of bot. It's really just trying to go from here to here, outside the band, back to here. Usually that's about 1% on this time frame. Same with long, you're looking at setups when the price closes outside this bottom band, and you want it to move about 1%. Doesn't need to do much. And if it wicks down more than this, it fills your bags more. The more it fills your bags, the higher your profits. So your profits aren't just static, or not static, that's probably not the right word. I'm an idiot, I need more coffee. Anyways, imagine, maybe I can find a drawing tool. Signal goes off over here, and every 1% it's gonna buy more. So maybe there's more there, maybe there's more there, and maybe there's more there. And I made the lines longer because it's gonna buy a small amount here. The next line at buy heavier. The next buy is gonna buy heavier than that. The last buy is going to buy the heaviest, and then somewhere just below that is your stop loss. So we keep the stop loss very close to the last order, and the last order has the heaviest amount of weight to the buying or the selling if it's shorting. And that's going to give you an overall better average price, so that it's going to bring your exit price down closer to where you bought. So it does this all automatically when you turn the bots on. You kind of just set it and forget it, check on it, once a day really. Make sure that thing's running and not having errors or losses. So let's go over to the short bot, because this is the only one that's taken a loss so far. So we'll touch on that. Canceled a bunch of its first orders. Started out good, made a nice $8, and then it took our money and not liquidated, because it did not liquidate, but what it did do is it waited till the nearest freaking order to finally exit, and it exited did with a massive loss. So now let's touch on the Litecoin bot. It uses the same strategy that is used on the XRP bots. It's a mean reversion using the Nadaraya-Watson indicator. This one we've been waiting. So what's been going on this week? What we've been trying to do is, if there's been a way to kind of use like trend filters, like higher time frames, because as you've noticed, this is on the 15-minute. That's what our alerts are set for. We're gonna go to Litecoin real quick. We'll go for Bitget. Excuse me. Oh no. So not really any signals. Not too many lately. A couple shorts over here. But still works the same. You're waiting for the price to bounce outside that bottom band so that I can start to buy, and then you want it to move up 1% so that I can get out. No problem there. And maybe if it didn't, I mean, that only went down 1.5%. It might have been able to fill 2 orders. So if it fills 2 orders, the more orders of that's in your grid that get filled, the higher your profit's actually going to be when you do finally exit. So sometimes you might make, all right, so let's say, just to make math easy, if you had $100 in there, and if it went all in and didn't hit the stop loss, and when it finally got out, it would be 25%. So you'd make $25 on that $100 in one trade. That's pretty good, right? It's not always going to go all in. A lot of the times, it's probably just going to dip its toes, maybe 1 order in, because maybe 2 orders. So in that case, maybe you'll make, 2%, maybe 5%, maybe 10%, depending on how many orders it actually fills. It's going to vary every single time. So the farther down in the grid, like I was explaining earlier, that it goes, it buys heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier, so that your first order is going to be light, then heavier, then heavier. And the reason it does this is kind of like I explained earlier, gives you more profits the deeper it goes, but also keeping most of the weight close to the stop loss is going to try to keep the risk lower and potential losses lower. So it's kind of like you do it for 2 reasons.
It's like dollar costing average.
Yeah, dollar cost averaging.
And then that way, when you get out, you won't be at the same place you were. You can get out cheaper than you bought in.
That's right. So let's say that you shorted here and took this signal, and clearly you were not able to get out. That's not a 1% move. So killing in the name of... Alright. So if you got this entry here and then it entered again, so you got 2 out of 5 orders, because it does use as a 5 grid. I called it fiver. So anyways, let's say you go 2 or 3 out of 5, and maybe that's like a quarter of your wallet, I think. Maybe a little less than a quarter of your wallet. It doesn't really go that heavy in the first few orders. It's like the last few where it really, really gets heavy.
One of the biggest questions I'm getting is if they buy the bot from you, will they be able to customize it maybe a little riskier than you would have it? And then
absolutely. So I try to give people that flexibility, and I will gladly help them with it if you were to, get the bot through me. So a few things. We made a special support group for anybody that does get the bot. It's like a special VIP area that if you have any questions or you want to tweak it, you come in there, you let us know, and we'll work with you. Like once you get it, like customer service number 1, like for real. That's what we really try for. Because I like learning like the whole process with these bots. Like if anything does go wrong or you want to tweak it, like that's really cool. Like we can work with that. Like if you want to use a different coin, like maybe you want to do it on Bitcoin, right? You don't really want to do it on Litecoin. You don't want to do it on XRP. Maybe you want to do it on Ethereum. Uh, those might trade differently than Litecoin. So maybe, for example, we'll lower the leverage a bit, give it a deeper grid, or maybe you want something that's a bit more aggressive. No problem. Maybe we can zoom in on something like a 5-minute time frame, something that gets signals more often. We use a tighter grid on it and give it more leverage. Like there's ways that you can make them more aggressive and still follow the same rules and make it work. I haven't had enough time to test every one of those scenarios, but if that's something you're interested, we could work very closely on testing something like that out for you. So that's something that you have to like. I'm not a financial advisor, but like that's like this is how I'm trading my bots. Like as I make more of them, like that's one of the avenues I'm going. Like think of it like shifting in high, low, and medium gear. Like how fast do you want to go, buddy? Or maybe we got to take it a little bit slow because you don't always want super high risk and you don't always want super low risk. It's nice to have all of them. So in some instances, you might want something with higher leverage on a lower time frame, and that's something that can definitely be done. Like maybe even 3-minute.
We got another question from the group.
What's up?
They want to know at what point, like how much money that you have in the wallet will market cap become a problem with certain coins.
So I'm really only trading like. All right, so if you're using like these ones that we're making with TradingView, like Litecoin and XRP or Bitcoin, a market cap is not really going to be an issue. Now, other ones in the bot list. Let's go with like Spot Long or Satoshi Stacker, and then okay, so they're using the coin market cap top 25. Let's go to number 25 real quick, Cosmos. Actually, I have Monero in there because I'm a big fan, and also Ethereum Classic. So let's actually see what do these fellas do for volume in a day. All right, so Ethereum Classic does $121 million in volume across centralized exchanges. Does not do well on DEXs at all. But, I mean, maybe there's some wash trading involved. Who knows? But it does have plenty of volume on centralized exchanges for Ethereum Classic. 122 million should be pretty decent. So that's why I use the top 25 coin list for my bots in these cases like Satoshi Stacker, Spot Long, and Beastie Bot, and Steve's bot also. These ones that are using the custom setup, those you can use whatever coins you like. I would really stick to maybe even the top 10 using this indicator, because this one you really want something that has a lot of liquidity and volume. You want things that, how do I say it? You really don't want anything too far in the shitcoin forest that has like absolute wild swings. Like you want wild swings, but you want them kind of within like a range. Like these are pretty predictable, as you keep seeing. Like if the grids that we build are like 4 or 5%, and they're usually just hitting like 1.5, maybe 2, you're well within range, and you're only going like halfway, and you're just dipping your toes really. So yeah, Litecoin bot. So we got what we were trying to do with what happened with the XRP bot. We were trying something with like a higher term time frame trend filter, and that just started keeping us out of all sorts of trades. So we're getting rid of that. We're going back to how they originally were. And the best thing I can kind of say is days that you're going to get things like news, maybe like the FOMC meetings, like whenever the Fed talks or anything like that, especially if, like in the case where XRP was having a ruling that day, we didn't know what direction it was going to get, but if the ruling was happening that day on XRP and there was going to be major XRP news, like a major catalyst, we should probably just maybe put it on pause. Because like once that move happens and things start swinging, that's when you can turn it back on. While the thing's swinging wildly, that's perfect, but not while it's trending hard, if that kind of makes sense. When things are trending, that's when you want something more like Spot or Satoshi Stacker. But I need to really tune Satoshi Stacker just maybe a little bit more to get it moving faster. It does move slow, but I never really stop messing with these things. I like to tweak them and optimize them if I can. I really want my Spot bots tuned a little bit more for safety, but I mean, at the same time, we don't want them sitting on the sidelines. Then I'll just start calling them Waterboy. So stupid.
You want to talk about
yeah, what's next on the itinerary? I know we had
what bots do you have in the workshop at the moment? You said you're going to do Bitcoin for futures.
Yep. The next stuff on the list is basically getting the Beastie bot funded. It's already made. We just need to get it funded and added in there. That'll come shortly. But next on the actual pipeline is Bitcoin and Ethereum. The way that I kind of want to build those is with medium risk. Like I want them to run like more often than not. I'm probably going to do it on like a 5-minute. Take a look at a Ethereum chart, and we'll do it on a 5-minute and see what things look like. And screw it, let's look on Mexi. So the question will be, do we get plenty of trips outside the bands? Sure do. Up here. Plenty of, yeah. And then, so once you can identify, all right, do we get alerts? Yes. Okay. We get alerts. Are they good? Well, you kind of have to start doing some maybe analysis. How big are these drops when they go outside the range on average? So if you got, maybe 0.5% here, and somewhere in the middle, you want to find out how far is it going to move to get back out. So maybe if you only want to squeeze like 0.25% out, like real quick, I mean, you can do that. If it were to enter here, another 0.25%. Yeah. I mean, those are just ways that I kind of go about it. But yeah, Ethereum and Bitcoin is what I'm going to be looking at next. Those are each going to be their own bots. They'll be long and short with it. So that's kind of how they're, the way that, like, when we make these bots and we, like, they are for sale. If you want the setups, go in the description. The Telegram link's in the description. Hit us up. The way that works is we set you up with one pair, long and short. So you'll pick that. And from there, if you are able to, you can set up any other pair you want. I mean, if you want me to do it for you, that takes, a good amount of my time. So obviously that's kind of where the price comes in. but you get that whole setup, and we give you everything you need to set up other coins yourself. You know what I mean? Like, if I set you up with one coin, you'll have the resources to set up the other ones yourself. It's really if you just need me to do it with you, like one-on-one, and that's really the only extra time that you're really paying for, if that makes sense. But yeah, there will be other bots, high, low, medium risk, that will be using this strategy. We have more that don't use the trading view alerts. So what else we got going on here? So we got the cost level.
Yeah.
So the cost of the bots. Yep, I was just trying to go over my checklist. Sorry, guys. I could feel I was losing steam. Hopefully, I wasn't losing you guys. If you're still in here, smash up the like, smash up the subscribe, just so you don't miss any more of these streams. Also for the YouTube algorithm, get it pumping. So the cost of the bots. So if you're getting the one-on-one setup with me, that's going to be $300. So that gets you the long and short setup, and that usually takes about an hour and a half. We have the process down pretty well. So if you have your account set up first, that really helps the process breeze through. And then just really it's setting up the API, the wallet, getting the wallet funded so that we can create the bot configuration and the trading view alerts. We connect all those with the webhooks. And once we've done both the long and the short setup, we test them both just to make sure that they start and they don't error out. And yeah, that's basically the process in a nutshell. A lot of copying and pasting. I give you all the settings that you need so that you can just put it in yourself and run it on your computer. Unfortunately, it's not the kind of software that you can just download it and run it. It's not really that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like software as a service, I guess. Software setup as a service. So what else we got? The cost of the bots. So it's $300 for the one-on-one setup. They will eventually be going up one more time. This is just a introductory offer. So basically they'll be going up. From there, they won't go up again after that. That'll be it. It's only going to go up one time. We're not going to raise them forever. Just because as it gets more popular, it takes an hour and a half out of my time just to set these up. So my time's going to get, more and more scarce. So it kind of has to go accordingly. These spot bots that are done through Revenuebot, those we're going to be selling for 0.005. Those don't have the setup required where I have to, do it with you through a phone call or a video call or anything like that. Once you have Revenuebot set up with your API, really all you do, this little play button right here, you just click that, and then you go right on into management and statistics, and you just view your progress, and that's it. It's really that simple. You'll go and watch on your exchange every once in a while when it's opening up its trades. You'll see the orders in the list there. And because it's all done on your exchange and your money isn't locked up, you can take it out anytime you want. That's some of the benefits of using these trading bots, rather than maybe ROI platforms, where you're locked in. Those are all well and good. If you're fast getting your money out, it seems like that's kind of the way it goes with those. Some of them, this is not really like that. This is not a platform itself. This is trading bots. It trades the markets. You can take your money out whenever you want because it's on your exchange. So the spot bots 0.005 BTC, and leveraged bots using trading view signals. $300 for now until we get a few more setups, and then it'll probably be about another week or two before we fill up those last probably about 5 spots. Yeah, it's about 5 spots left. Oh, thanks a lot. That was my cat. Yeah, my cat always makes a guest appearance. She hasn't quite come on the camera yet, but give her time. I'm sure she will. Shout out to Violet. Hit the like button if you have a cat. Oh man, that's hilarious. So what else do we got? Bots in action. How did the bots do? I think we hit that last week. Should we take a break for... Oh yeah, we didn't... I usually have this loaded up.
I sent it to you on a Telegram.
Oh, it's in a Telegram?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go there real quick. So if you guys aren't following Crypto Phil, you definitely guys got to check him out. So where's my link in here?
Also, shout out to Ted from our group. He'll be doing an AMA with Phil on Friday.
Oh yeah, Ted Templeton in the group. He has been making his own shit bot, and I shit you not, this thing is great. I've been waiting to say that. So hold on, let me get this in here. The shit bot has been, I think it's like 0.46% a day, which is good, very good. It adds up very quick, especially if you're compounding it. Like, that's damn good. I'd like to get more into that. He's going to have an AMA with Phil this Friday, I believe. There'll be links in my group for the AMA, and you can also chat with him in my group. Link is in my description for the Telegram. So let's get on to Crypto Phil.
He did give me V-stats too. So he started on April 11th with a balance of $100. And after 79 days, it made around $30 profit, which is 36.05%.
So about, you said, in 79 days, 36%?
Yep.
Excellent. That's damn good.
Also, that's another good thing about our group is these bot creators will work together to make both bots better, and then you can also diversify between multiple bot creators.
I love what Ted's doing. Like, anybody that's out there trying to build their own thing, like, that's amazing. Like, you're taking it into your own hands, do it yourself type shit. Like, I'm all about that.
The more people we have that create bots, the more you guys can bounce ideas off.
I love bouncing ideas off each other. Also, like Arthur was just saying, like, we can, we're on the same destination. We get to the place maybe in a different way, but that's what's special. Everyone's got their own way of doing it. It's like art. So I'm gonna get back to Crypto Phil, and more you give, the more you receive, and it's a great way if you're making money in crypto, sometimes, maybe giving back, it's a great idea. So let's jump in. Crypto Phil, here we go.
You're not getting rug pulled.
So welcome back, everybody. We have new donation again. New week, new donation. This is number what? 45, 50, I don't even know. I forget. So this time we're going back in India. We're going to see these amazing kids. Look them up. Amazing, beautiful kids. We are helping me and everybody who have been follow me, who have been support me. Thank you so much for everybody who have donate. We are helping the poor people in the Philippines, India, and Africa. I'm the only YouTuber who is doing something good for this crazy crypto space. Please change little things because it's mean a lot for everybody. Now, spend 3 minutes and watch this video, but before we go there, don't forget, no one is going to figure out your life. It is your own responsibility. Remember that. Okay, enjoy the video. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Please comment.
So finally we are going back to the kids. Have done the shopping for today. Bought stuff for them. See you there. So finally we have arrived at the community. This is the community or we can say slum, here in the city of Jaipur. And with the support of Phil, we are helping these kids to have attain some basic education. Phil has helped us to hire a teacher for them to teach, and also regular distribution of such meals consisting of milk, eggs, fruits, chips, glucose biscuits, and some drink, mango drink. So this is the place where, with the help of Phil, we are trying to create a positive impact. These kids otherwise are engaged into begging and all, or other menial and hazardous job. But now we can see some positive outcome. They have started studying, and this is the teacher, and this is the community. Now we have started the distribution of milk. Each kids is being distributed the packet of milk, which is quite healthy for these growing kids, for proper nutrition. Now the teacher is distributing glucose biscuits to everyone. After that, now it's turn to distribute chips and then eggs. Eggs are rich source of protein, quite essential for these kids. Thank you, Phil, for all your loving support and helping them to thrive. Thank you so much. So it was a great day with all of them. So finally it's time to leave. Thank you, Phil, for all your love and support. Bye.
We are live.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Let me turn my face back on. Hey, surprise. Okay, so back. Just trying to checking out some of the bubbles we've had this week. XRP blowing up. We already knew that. And XLM.
Wow, look how small our ape got.
Down it goes. Cass still up there. You down with OP? XDC, SNX, HBAR, Uni.
XRP bumping out BNB.
Let's see. Maker. Always a good one. Yeah, Ape, not too big. Let's see. Ave, yep, up in there.
Remember when Ada was top 3?
I don't even see it anywhere in here.
Top left.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Pepe, look how little that is. Pepe's.
Charles Hoskins isn't doing enough.
Not at all.
Kind of dropped the ball a little bit.
So that's just what we had this past week. Let's see what we had this past day. What's big today? HBAR, that's a big one. XDC is a big one. BSV.
I haven't seen HBAR in a while. I wonder why it jumped so much.
What's up with IOTA? Huh. That's like a 2017 shitcoin. Anyways, so let's look at Bitcoin on the daily chart real quick. Let's do some charts. Actually, let's go to BLX. Oh, is this where I did my last drawings? I wonder. Let's see how well it tracks. Let's get rid of.
A little by the room with some of the news. H-Bar has live events coming up.
Okay, so what did I think was going to happen? It looked like I thought it was going to continue sideways, then roll over, touch the line, and then come back up, run sideways, and probably BART down, and continue.
It did a BART. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm not going to touch these drawings. I'm just going to leave it here and see how well it goes. I love when I doodle. Doodling's fun. Let's make that shit fit.
So you got a Bart Simpson in the process?
I mean, I really think it's just going to stair step its way up and on.
Which would be better than going sideways.
Yeah. I mean, well, if you actually look at this to scale, like these sideways time frames it's going to last kind of a while. Like, and that's just if it plays out like this. If it's left-handed, it goes up super fast, and then it runs sideways to consolidate. It'll usually have a drop into a low and continue on up. I mean, there are other times. Let's see if maybe I can find something that's.
I should do a step-by-step guide of Keith before he was using bots. He was manually trading. He'd be like, he would guess correctly for an hour straight, and then one of his 5 kids would be like, "Dad," and then he would stop paying attention, and then he would get
no stop loss. Yeah, it's usually like, "Dad, I need lunch." It's like, okay, no problem. Let's make some lunch. All right, and I'm my trade, doing my thing. Oh shit, I forgot a stop loss. Oh shit, I'm using 100x leverage. Oh shit, the price moved like 1%. Fuck. That was an expensive grilled cheese. But yeah, I mean, if you're going to be trading, maybe you should, if you're going to take breaks, if you're up, keep those profits safe. I don't know where I'm going with this, but try to focus and not be like a squirrel with ADD like I am.
That's what I was going to say. Half the time it's just you think you have a stop loss and you just got it. Fuck out to put it in.
Yeah, it really is. It really be like that. So let's maybe look at it like a weekly. Just 3 days, pretty good actually. No, don't need to do that. I mean, really, it's just kind of highlighting that this shit's like parabolic as fuck. Long term, Bitcoin is perhaps the answer. Like, it looks generally like it's gonna do something like that.
We have a question.
What's up?
In Crypto Phil's arena.
All right, who do we got?
They bought they said they bought the bot from Revenuebot earlier on, and since they were using KuCoin exchange, they were wondering the benefits of the KuCoin, and they would like to see what you think KuCoin will do in the future.
So
that's what dabbling in the altcoin forms.
So KuCoin, I am on the fence about right now, just because
they're getting attacked by the SEC.
Yeah, we're in the U.S. over here, so like we got to be careful about what exchanges we're using and how we're using them. And I believe the United States is not on their list that they do business with, so American customers are not allowed to use their services. So I can't really use KuCoin anymore. So about using them, I have to make the same bots that I had on KuCoin on different exchanges. If you're still using them, like just in the chat, reach out to us. If you need like anything tweaked or anything looked at, just let us know. Always happy to help. I think KuCoin's a great exchange. I just don't think they're going to really be able to operate in the United States. Because like they have like good derivatives products, and we're just not allowed to use that stuff over here, unfortunately. I think it's unfortunately kind of as simple as that. I think they're going to be around. I don't think they're a bad exchange. I don't think they're going anywhere.
A follow-up, can I still use KuCoin, or should I be switching?
So if you want to use it for a different exchange, like if you are worried about it, and you've already gotten it before for KuCoin, reach out to me. I'll get you some settings to copy it over to another exchange, or you can just copy your own settings and make it for another exchange, like maybe Binance or Bitget is one that we really like. Should you switch exchanges? I don't want to be alarmist or anything. I'm not going to tell you to switch exchanges. I'm just saying that because we're in America that we had to.
Also, I don't think you can withdraw anymore from KuCoin. If
You
you're
have
using
to-
KuCoin, you're going to have to move to a different exchange anyway.
They're making everybody go KYC. So, yeah.
Is Binance USA still halting withdrawals?
The last time I looked at Binance.us, all the prices were completely off. So I think what's going on with them is they're taking away US dollar pairs. So you can only trade cryptocurrencies. Like you'll be able to trade everything against, I think, maybe Tether. And Tether will have a US dollar pair. And that's it.
Wild stuff.
Yeah. And I think things will have like Bitcoin pairings as well. So that could actually drive more volume through Bitcoin because people are going to have to buy Bitcoin first and then go to altcoins, kind of like it was back in the day.
Would you consider the recent judge ruling a major success?
Major success, yeah. But that's only for XRP. So the way, from what I understand, they actually said XRP is not a security. However, the way that you sold to institutional investors was an unregistered security because they had an expectation of profit from a third party, being Ripple. Now, this, from what I understand, they said that Ripple selling the tokens on the exchanges to retail wasn't, because if I'm getting this right, basically the judge thinks that retail is too stupid to even know that Ripple was connected to XRP, even though the token XRP used to be called Ripple. So that one's kind of weird. So the sale of the token on exchanges to retail, not a security. The token itself, not a security. The sale from Ripple to institutions could be looked at as an unregistered security. So kind of some mumbo jumbo in there. But generally, I think that's good for XRP. But now we got to still look at some of the other coins. I don't know. I think the SEC is just done for now. I think maybe their fall boy Gary Gensler might be. I think they might have to find another guy
On the way out?
Yeah, because you're getting like people in Congress now writing saying, "Can you please just stop it with your attacks on crypto? Crypto is not a security. In fact, actually, we really want to look at Bitcoin as a currency so that, when you're going in and out of it, you're not getting taxed. Like, we want people to be able to use it." So that's one, sometimes want to try to look at things like that's positive, and that is one of them. That could be very, very positive if Bitcoin gets labeled as like an actual currency and no more taxes on it, like capital gains tax. That would be incredibly bullish. So I think there's a lot of bullishness going on in the background. I don't think.
You got the ETFs too.
Yeah, if it's a spot driven one, yeah, because that will definitely, like when people buy the ETF, that's going to have to translate at some point to a buy on the spot market, which is going to, eat up supply, which supply is going down. So Ethereum's pretty bullish. Yeah, I just kind of brought up the chart and didn't say much about it. It kind of wavered around to that area, broke out. Is this the expansive move we're looking for? I think we're kind of gassing out, really. Just fucking sideways, more sideways. Let's look at it against Bitcoin and see what's happening. Oh. So, am I bearish on it? Is that my problem? I drew a giant green line, like maybe it's going to swing down. So that's probably what I'm thinking. I think Bitcoin's probably going to outperform ETH is kind of how I'm looking at it here. Sure, I'll upset a lot of people with that one because, ETH is ultrasound money and everything. Maybe all well and good, but one of the ICO buyers who's got like $100 million worth of this stuff just transferred all of his coinage over to Kraken. So might be a little bit of selling pressure, and Vitalik isn't staking all of his ETH, very little if I'm not mistaken. So maybe there is going to be a little bit more friction ahead for Ethereum, judging by the way I'm looking at it. It looks like, if it breaks above this, then that's a different story. But really, it's looking like it might want to mark down a little bit. Yeah, like a decent amount too, because we're really riding at that support level. Yeah, I think Bitcoin's going to go on a tear, and then maybe ETH will catch up. Oh, I was playing with autofib extensions. I was trying to do that last. Good stuff. Alright, how do I get rid of that, though? That's just taking up too much space on my damn charts. What other coins are in the top list that we should look at just real quick? We looked at Ethereum, we looked at Bitcoin. Should we look at Binance Coin, just see how that's holding up with the news? BNB. Well, it broke down out of this odd triangle that I have going on here. Is my shit on logarithmic? Well, that's probably the problem.
Wow, I can't believe how XRP just friggin' smashed right past BNB and hasn't stopped keep making gains.
So, BNB, if you look at this $200 level, like you've probably heard people talk about this before, but it's staring you right in the face right here. Below $200, there is nothing. Down to about $40, $47. And we are just tapping at that $220 mark. So really, anything below that $200 level, somewhere right in here, could be catastrophic for Binance. And if I were to actually just get rid of these lines so it doesn't look so shitty. Maybe move that down to 200. Somewhere right in there. I mean, that's just looking like it could. I'm going to start drawing lines again. Where's my tool? Come on, fool. Oh, there it is.
Oh, my bot just exited H-bar.
Oh, good shit.
I just thought it was funny because we were just talking about it. That would be Keith's spot long bot. Just it. Entered and left.
I think we're going to get the turtle.
Boom, boom, thank you, man. Goodbye.
I think we're going to get the turtle, ladies and gentlemen. That's not good. We got this rounding show.
Keith will have a doodle for anything the chart's doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlock.
I doodle and things happen. So we'll just leave this here, and on the next couple streams, we'll come back to it, and we'll see what's happened. This is on the 3-day, so let's come back. What else? So Binance is one of my favorites. We've looked at Bitcoin, Ethereum. We looked at XRP and Litecoin earlier. We just did Binance. That's 5. Maybe do one more.
Someone said they've been stuck on CFX for the last month. When should I manually stop it and exit?
Let me look at CFX real quick. Because if that looks like shit, let's...
I'm getting their... I'm going to see how deep they are right now. They said they're 10 deep. Wow. And their current exit, they said is 0.224.
Just getting up the charts.
Why? I don't think they did our coin update if they're in CFX.
Yeah, Conflux. Conflux shouldn't be in there.
So that's number one. You should probably get on the coin upgrade.
True. I think they actually might be good if they hold for just a little bit longer. Like, you might get an altcoin run. However, below 17 cents, basically below 17 cents, I'd get the fuck out. But,
oh, wow. Look at that. If you go to the 7-day, they were literally 0.001 from exiting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. The tippy the top with the XRP news.
Yeah.
So they were probably... Well, that's the thing, right? By the rumors of the news, you should expect a pullback at some point.
No, I think you're going to get back up there, though.
You're willing to wait it out.
All right, so I'm going to give you a quick dive on some of the indicators that I got open up right here. BBWP, Bollinger Band Width Percentile. As you can see, it's pretty low. It's blue right now. When it crosses up and starts turning green to orange, what usually happens? An expansive move of some kind. It's direction neutral. That's what the RSI will try to figure out next. Currently, it's under 50, so you could say it's leaning a bit more down. However, it is starting to, if you were to draw a bull, it's looking a bit constructive, like it's going to want to actually break above 50 and maybe at least take another stab towards that 22 cents. Yeah, I think you get another stab upwards to get out in probably about the next week. But hit me up in the Telegram so that we can get you the update so that you can only use the coin market cap top 25. And I am also going to make sure that you have the grid that we've been running lately. It uses a steeper martingale, so
They just responded to you.
yeah, you'll get out faster.
I did the coin upgrade for all the other bots. I like to keep Steve's riskier, so
okay.
I'm keeping it as it is.
No problem. All right. No problem there at all.
Just remember, there's a lot of shit coins, and you might not come out in the winning end.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to discourage people too much. I mean, that's one thing people they should kind of understand when they get into the bots. They are risky, but at the same time, like, it's your bot. You can do with it what you want. Like, once you have it, you can do with it what you want. If you don't touch it, I generally have a very good understanding of how it should operate, what it'll do. If you start changing stuff, let me know. I can kind of try to figure out, okay, what have you done? How is it going to operate? Is that a good idea? Like, how is it working for you? Things we can chat about. Nothing bad there. But yeah, if Steve's bot is working good, I mean, by all means, like, let it go deeper into the altcoin forest. Do its thing. I do think that Conflux over the next week, I think this is going to have a time to expand, and I think that the RSI is curling up.
Wasn't that one of your privacy coins you were talking about last week?
Conflux?
Yeah.
You know what? I think it might have been.
It's funny how all these things are connecting. You had talked about H-bar, my bot just left that H-bar.
So let's...
We have a Conflux question, and directly with your segment of privacy coins from last week. Ooh.
Oh, it's the only regulatory compliant chain in China. So that would definitely have to be a no.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
At least I want to say no.
I think it was complex or something.
Wait, hold on. Maybe. Does it... I'd have to read through again. Does it use like any kind of zero knowledge proofs? Because...
Wait, I got it. Conflux CFX is a public layer 1 blockchain that was made to power decentralized applications, e-apps, e-commerce, and Web3 infrastructure by being more scalable, decentralized, and secure than existing protocols.
I'll have to keep that on there and read more into it.
The platform is based on the tree graph consensus mechanism, and it combines proof of work and proof of stake algorithms to achieve results.
All right, so it's got a hybrid proof of stake, proof of work model.
The protocol uses Turing complete smart contracts written by Solidity.
Okay, so it's
just like those on Ethereum.
Ethereum. I was gonna say it's got to be Ethereum compliant. So Conflux.
The growth is fueled by obviously the CFX token, which gives users financial incentives to participate and engage more. The token is used to pay transaction fees, govern the network, and is given as compensation to miners who are helping secure the network via staking.
Mm-hmm. I was just going over some of these. Okay. Doesn't seem bad. And I think it's going to have another stab up. Let's look at the 3-day.
Conflux is
it's still
currently
got some
available
time to go.
Binance, KuCoin, obviously. Yeah.
So if you really want to make life simple, you just draw a line. Now, what I don't like is I will say that it does have a bit of a descending triangle look to it, which I don't generally like because usually that's going to break down and you're probably going to... Does it touch up here one more time before breaking down? Like in the 22 cents range, like I think? Tough call, but that's kind of what I think. Like I think it's like just squeezing, and I mean, if it pops up above this line, like it's a breakout, and it's going to be a nice one. But under 17 cents and there's a problem. That's how I see Conflux. Under 17 cents, good. Above 22 cents, basically, we'll bring it above this line for a breakout. And yeah, freaking fantastic.
10 orders deep. What's the max on Steve's?
I don't have the settings in front of me. I can't remember exactly what Steve's are.
I'm trying to look at it.
I will be inputting them
12.
in like the next week.
Wow, they're one couple away from maxing.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever maxed a bot yet.
It's a nice profit when you do.
Have you been able to max one yet?
Not in a long time. Not on our account since we've made them.
Oh wow, I almost maxed out Sand. I was
The spot long has a 40% grid, and it was 50 or 60% at one point with restructuring.
I was 11 out of 12 with Sand before I got out.
Yeah. Since I cleaned up the coin list, I was able to tighten up the grid just a little bit so that it's not so deep and so wide. So that'll make potential losses less, potential profits more. You won't need as much money to start the thing as a minimum, but with spot bots, because there's no leverage, you actually do need quite a bit of money to like really squeeze any like good profits out of them. They're lower risk, so generally, if you were to put more money into them, those are probably the ones that you might want. If you were to, that's probably the ones to do it in. The leverage bots have risks associated with leverage, you know.
Shout out Saints. He said he's once again stuck in ETH BTC.
ETH BTC. What's up, Saints?
I'm guessing that's the Satoshi stacker.
Yep, that's a Satoshi stacker.
What's your get out? He said his get out is 0.065.
It's not far.
Nope.
I mean, if you were to just... Alright, let's look on lower time frames. Because it's really just creeping at this point.
When you zoom out for a year, it's just on a downward trend.
Yeah, but he only needs a micro trend. I'm just trying to figure out...
Might go up. In which case, he'll probably buy it right back again when it dips.
So if you have a base somewhere around 0.6306, so as long as you're above that, things are good. But you need to get at 0.65?
Yep.
Yeah, that's like towards the top of this channel. A little bit above that.
You're gonna need a altcoin run. You're gonna need Bitcoin to not do anything, and then ETH to catch up a bit.
I mean, as far as the RSI goes, it's coming off the lows right now and trying to catch back up to the moving average. So maybe it does have a pump. It looks like it's more poised to pump up at the moment, and you're getting a decent amount of volatility. So this move could actually get... You could actually get like a couple of these, like maybe 3 green soldiers. That might be sweet. Get you out. Yeah, my Satoshi stacker right now is in...
Mine's also in BTC with things.
Yeah, mine is in BGB. And if I think we touched on this earlier, it's really just going... Oh no, that's BGB ETH. Shit.
So out of the 4 bots, your bot has been doing the best. Regular spot long, the OG.
Hell yeah. Spot long just chugging. Yeah, so this one's just been sideways. A little bit of down, sideways. Mine's only gone 2 orders deep. There's still a lot of room for it to go.
How are your bots doing? Are you expecting anything at the moment?
I just said EOS on this block.
long term,
What's your extra core on EOS?
About 10. It's at like 76 cents right now.
You think you should bail on EOS?
oh, let me look at EOS for 1 second. I just wanted to look at this one real quick and see how it trades. Like, it just kind of snakes around this line. He had a dip and fake out somewhere back here. Then, whoop, way overshot it and came back down. Overshoots, come back down. It'll probably overshoot sometime soon, get us out of our bot. So maybe now might not be a bad time, because I did kind of want to get a little bit of this token and hold it.
I still think that's looking good. I think that should make it out.
Oh yeah, look at the dollar version in just a second. Because that chart, it's not bad at all. Just up and to the right, and it's probably done consolidating. Now, question is, hopefully that shit starts curling back up and doesn't curl down. Question is, is it making like a ascending triangle? That would be sweet. I don't know. It could be something like that. That would be kind of cool. Bust out the top, but I mean, if not, we are literally right at that support where I may not even be drawing this right. That's just kind of how I interpret it. You could maybe, because that's where it came out from. Hit there. Maybe it drops one more for a third touch, because technically it's not a trend until you have 3 touches. But yeah, I mean, as long as it holds up above 45, 46 cents, this thing's about to moonshot again. And let's get some of them targets. How big are we talking? We'll just take a measurement. Nothing too crazy. Boom. Let's take the flagpole. Move it up where the breakout would theoretically be, pretty close to the end. Now we are looking at over 80 cents, and yeah, that's from here. That's potentially a 72% gain, roughly, if it gets to that target. So, you know, maybe if you can even get like 50% of that, that'd be nice. Hard to time the tops on these things, and it doesn't always get to those targets. But that's kind of what I'm eyeing out on BGB, Bitget token. Alright, anything else we got going on here? We kind of touched on pretty much everything on our list, I think.
Mike wanted to look at EOS.
Yes, EOS, I'm sorry.
Oh, good.
Thank you. That's why I have you guys to keep me going.
Thank you. Everyone that follows the Telegram knows how I feel about EOS.
He hates it, ladies and gentlemen. He does not like it.
It's just that EOS has been passed around like a brothel in Vegas.
What I'm
And
looking
then
at,
every company that grabs it just does nothing with it. So that's why I hate it. I like coins with a purpose, you know? The meaning.
well, this one they raised like $1 billion in their ICO, and they didn't do anything with it.
That's exactly my point. And then they sold it. I believe they sold it after that.
So it kind of just looks like a bear flag. Like it's. I mean, I think it has another stab up to the. Where do you get out at?
$1.10.
Ooh, I don't think it's getting to $1.10 anytime soon. Yeah, I think I'd bail on
a
that.
little since it's huge dive, so I'm waiting for a good time.
Yeah, I think you have a little bit more, so you don't have to take as big of a loss.
$10. How far? Oh wow, that was pretty good.
Yeah, $1.10's like way up here.
It was $14.
That's April.
It was $14 a couple years ago.
That's when.
Yeah, it was.
Everything was up there. Pancake, I remember, was like $40.
I mean, 5-day RSI is trying to creep up. Like it's building something, very, very slowly. Yeah, I mean, very slowly. It's trying. It looks like, but that looks like a bear flag. Because you got your giant ass pole just down, and then like a dead cat bounce, just chop, 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 probably up higher. How high does it chop? Well, let's pull a fib. So, the 618 is at $1, and that's like kind of where I would like between the 0.5 and the 0.618, between 92 cents and $1 is where I would kind of think this is going to chop up to. The 786 is okay. Maybe we are getting out of the woods. That's at $1.11, and that would get you out. And basically, above the 786, this whole retracement here started at about $1.25.
Give the man some hopium.
Well, yeah, above $1.11. You really then just have to get $1 above $1.25, and then it's okay. Now we're doing something different here. Something's going on.
I'll still look.
What's going
If you
on?
hit the dollar and then it starts dropping, I would just bail.
Yep. Well, it is below $1 right now.
I mean, if you hit the dollar mark.
Below 75 cents, and I would bail.
Yeah.
Because that's the 236.
It dropped down like 55 cents, and then it's come back again since.
So basically, I would kind of be looking at the 236, which is at 75 cents, kind of as like your tipping point. Like, all right, it's above that now. That's good. As long as it stays riding above that and building above that, we're good. The next level that you're really looking at is 84 cents to 85 cents. Violet, really? Okay.
You could also.
Well, I hope we're still streaming. I don't know. Can anybody check if we're still streaming now? Because I think the cat may have just messed that up.
No, you're still good.
No, it's showing a background right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a black
It
background.
just came back on.
Oh, there you go.
Can you see my face?
No.
Your streaming is just black.
Oh. But all right. So we might have to cut the stream then. All right, guys. Thanks a lot, Violet. I guess the stream's over now. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. It's been great. I love doing this with you guys. Any more questions about the bots or just want to kick it and chat in the group, hit us up in the Telegram. Follow us on Twitter, the Quadfather88.
We've got the AMA Wednesday next week.
We got the AMA with Crypto Phil next week. Also, we got Ted with the shit bot Friday with Phil. So make sure to like and subscribe over there. And that's it. Have a great night, guys. We got Mike and Arthur in the house signing out.
We'll move on a deeper dive to next week since we have errors on your screen.
All right.